Your opinions aren't needed. I know I'm right. I'm the assistant manager. I'm from the HQ. What? HQ?
Trouble Busters!
Hey, my name is Tom. I'm in my 40s, and I'm going to start working at a new branch today. I'm getting excited to meet new people. Nice to meet you all. My name is... Oh, I'm not sure about this guy. That's not nice. I can assure you that I will contribute to this branch. How precisely are you going to contribute? Tell me. For example, I noticed that there was too many irrelevant topics at this morning meeting earlier. So I believe eliminating those topics will give us more time to work on task at hand. I was promoted to be assistant manager because of the way I do things. There's no way I could be wrong with my choices of topics. I know, but then, I'm a perfect human being, with high specs and strong adaptability. Sir, I know you wish you had the level of talent and authority like me. Is he judging me based on how I look? Sir, I summarized all the documents. I also came up with improvement ideas to make our workflow more efficient. Huh? I know the way I do things is just fine. According to what I looked into, although we've been able to cut down the cost by sourcing affordable packing material, it's making it difficult to pack the products compared to how it was with the foreign materials. And we're looking at about a few minutes gap per packing process. Like just a few minutes, right? We're cutting down costs, so who cares? It seems like that, but this was an idea that came from a talented employee that I trained. Therefore, it's correct. Don't you get it? Ugh. He's the type of boss who always brags about himself. Why he wasn't willing to listen to other people's opinions. He keeps comparing his specs with others. And to make it worse, oh god, not again. It's about time now. I can't let this guy do whatever he wants. I'm not letting him get away with this. Trouble Busters! Tom, have you gotten used to your job yet? Sure, but I'm sure it's not easy for you to become a high-spec team member like me. Sir, can you please stop this for once and for all? This isn't productive at all. How dare you? We're a team that works at the same environment. You need to stop talking about spec- Hey, watch your mouth! You're an assistant manager, but I'm from the HQ. What? HQ? Yes, that's right. My name is Tom, and I'm from Troublous Textile Machinery HQ. You're lying. I'm not gonna take your word for it. Take a look at this then. What? You believe what I'm telling you now, right? No, I'm sure that's a fake ID. Why would I ever do anything like that? You're upset about all that I said about you, and that's why you're playing this prank on me. You said that I might be upset, but does that mean you realize what you said to me? That's not the point of this conversation. What I'm trying to say is that you forged your company ID. He didn't forge his company ID. No, I know that voice. I'm back. Mr. Snyder! Caleb, I heard about all that happened here while I've been going on a business trip. All that happened? About Mr. Tom. Why are you calling him Mr. Tom? As he informed you, he's from the upper management at the HQ. He's accomplished many things at the HQ, and his face is even on our website. That can't be possible. Take a look at this, right there. My face is on the website. Wait, why does my face look so greasy? Oh, this is bad. Stop acting like a girl in puberty. Going back at what we were talking about, Mr. Tom has decided to help us out at this branch, and that's why he's here to observe and support. So, does that mean he... How many times do I have to tell you? You need to watch your mouth when you're in front of him. You've been quite rude. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. But hold on, why is it you never told me something so important? I did. I told you he's here as a temp. That's right, you told me that a temp worker will be here. No, I've told you that we all have someone dispatched from the HQ temporarily. What? Was that what you meant? It's because you never care to listen to others. Shut up. In that case, why didn't you tell me who you were to begin with? I was going to tell you, but the moment I saw how you were treating me, I decided it was wiser for me not to tell you. That's not fair. If only you told me who you were, I wouldn't have talked to you the way I did. Are you saying that your behavior would have been okay if only I wasn't from the HQ? I mean, that's not what I'm trying to say. It wouldn't have been okay, right? Ugh. And during this short period of time that I worked with you, I decided to observe you closely. Mr. Tom has emailed me about the concerns he had about you. Oh God. Going into the main topic, let's go ahead and talk about all the things you said to me. First of all, hold on a second. This must be some kind of mistake. This can't be a mistake. I've been listening to you with my own 2 ears. Because I didn't know what was going on. I understand that I may have been a bit too casual when I interacted with you, but I don't recall saying anything to insult you. It's not about whether you recall saying anything or not, but it's a matter of how I felt about your words and how I recall them. That's what observation constitutes, Caleb. I had no idea. I spoke to you the way I speak to all my colleagues. I would have looked the other way if you were telling me the truth. But then, your words were extremely unpleasant to those around you. You're not getting away with it. That's because you misunderstood me, right? In that case, will you understand my point if I prove it? Prove it? You can't do that. Ha! A pen? Click? Yikes! How dare you casually blame this on me too? Why? This is an audio recorder disguised as a pen. Oh. Now that we got an audio evidence, do you have any other excuses? That's because I believe I'm right about everything I said. What do you mean by that? I don't know, and I don't care if Tom is from the HQ, but he keeps looking for something to complain about how I do things. That's why I ended up being a little emotional. But if you're wrong on how to go about things, you deserve to have those things pointed out to you. I'm not wrong about anything. I can go ahead and explain to you one by one. Do you remember the conversation we had about the packaging material? I do, but that was just a matter of few minutes. A few minutes per process. The packaging process is done multiple times throughout the day, which means we're looking at about 1 to 2 hours being completely lost. For example, rather than purchasing a cheap product that you have to purchase frequently, you're better off purchasing something expensive but with high quality, so you wouldn't have to worry about purchasing it all over again. I don't want to admit it, but that makes sense. Another examples are the morning meetings. No matter how quickly it goes, it's at least in half an hour, and it gets even longer in most cases. Even the school principal would excuse himself during a speech that long. That's because I want to make sure I explain all the details about the daily task. Greeting everyone in the morning brings up the team morale. You spend the first few minutes talking about the daily task. The rest was always about what you wanted to brag about yourself. What's wrong with bragging? This delays everyone from starting to get to work, and it's been affecting the operation. We manufacture a large amount of parts on a daily basis, so it's crucial for us to be efficient with how we spend time. But if you're stepping off on the wrong foot every morning when you're supposed to be in charge of looking into efficient time management, your position despites its purpose. I see. Is that all you have to say to me? Caleb, do you understand now? Mr. Tom has been watching you this entire time. And you will reject my opinion talking about specs. You weren't even willing to hear what I had to say. This mindset is extremely dangerous. Isn't it easy to look for something to complain about? What? But I'd like you to stop calling it dangerous. What do you mean by that? Here, take a look at this. What is this? As you can see, we've been able to hit the highest records in June. It's true. You generated high sales. You're trying to get me in trouble for saying those things to you, but you can't possibly get me in trouble when I've accomplished this. I wonder if you can still say the same when we take a look at the sales in the past entire year. We still generated the highest sales this month, so what? The past sales have declined so badly. Doesn't it make you wonder why you suddenly drove so many sales during this month? The past is in the past. The only fact that we should consider is that we accomplished the highest sales this month. What's the reason? Was it because you visualized the data? Or was it because you decided to go with a task efficiency system as you were recommended? Huh? You look like you're wondering why I know about this. Terrific Tom knows everything. You must be a watchdog. But then, the documents that listed the improvement ideas for our operations were something that Isaac gave me, and Tom wouldn't know anything about that. It's because I was the one who came up with it. Wait, what? It's the fact Mr. Tom has reached out to me about it prior to implementation. But I didn't read anything about the packaging materials. We'll be overwhelmed if we try to fix so many problems at once. So, I decided to start working on things with higher priority. I knew you probably wouldn't have taken a look at the document even if I tried giving it to you. So, I asked one of the employees that you trust to pretend as he came up with it. So, you take it. How dare you trick me! I hope you don't understand. I didn't just do this to deceive you. I wanted to recover the sales volume at this branch. I knew we had to do something about it, and that's why I decided to execute it this way. If only I'd been keeping a better eye on this matter. Besides the one I know about him, I'm sure he's buttering up Mr. Schneider. Caleb, I believe I was being too lenient with you until now. But moving forward, things are going to be different. But as a result, our sales recovered, so isn't that all that matters? Stop arguing based on results. Have you ever even tried to recover the sales at all? Try? Why would I try anything when everything has always been just fine with the way things were? There's no reason to try anything. You can't be serious right now. There's no reason for me to be joking around right now. Look, with the eras ever changing, we need to continue growing and adapting with the way we work too. There is no such thing as a company soldier any longer. I don't necessarily negate how things were handled to begin with, but it's also not beneficial to trap yourself in believing that changes aren't necessary. Mr. Tom is completely right. So what? Huh? What? Is he being defiant now? This is upsetting. You're trying to say that I'm responsible or something like that, right? But you're only responding to the arguments that I based on results, and you can't punish me over this. I haven't said anything like that just yet. I've been doing the bare minimum job that I should be doing. If this is about the operation itself, the company is at fault. You need to stop making it sound as if I'm at fault for my own. If this was what was going on after you tried diligently, neither Mr. Snyder nor I would have been cornering you like this. Right. In that case, didn't I tell you earlier that I've been observing you? What exactly did you observe? Caleb, I noticed that you went missing during work quite frequently. We all stepped away from time to time, don't we? For 3 to 4 hours? No one would call that stepping away, especially during working hours. I had to go to a meeting with my clients and things like that. I am an assistant manager, so it's part of my job. Look, how are you going to explain the fact that you went missing for several hours at least 3 to 4 times a week? I looked into your visitation history with your clients, but it doesn't match any of the times that you were missing. Caleb, you better explain this. That's a false accusation. I wasn't missing for several hours. We can perhaps take a look at our surveillance footage to see whether I was lying about this or not. It may be time consuming, but I'm sure we'll make this black and white as long as we look into it. Also, I'm not only asking the question about the time you went missing, take a look at this. Damn it, the horse that I betted on ended up losing, but I need money. Oh God, no, that was when I was on a rest break. And there's more. So easy to slack off when our CEO's on his business trip. I'm making easy money right now. Oh my goodness. Caleb. Caleb, I have some things to say about how you handled the operations here, but another reason why this operation wasn't efficient was because you went missing for way too long, way too frequently. That's because I have such a talented team, so I figured I wasn't really needed. That's not true. And even if it was true, it doesn't justify how you were slacking off. Damn it, he looked into it so much. You frequently slacked off, and it's not something that will be tolerated. I guess this is the end. Isaac, Stanton, what do you want? We're a little busy right now.
Sir, we heard about what was going on.
Oh.
Based on what Mr. Tom and Mr. Snyder has said, we agreed that Mr. Caleb is at fault. But then, Mr. Caleb is an extremely kind man.
What?
We have a lot of great things to say about Mr. Caleb.
What? This was not what I expected. Really? This is great. Why are you laughing all of a sudden? What a game changer. Do you get it now? Work isn't about all that matters in our current time. It's important as a leader to build a trusted relationship with the employees, and that's something that I can do. That's not what we're talking about right now. Mr. Snyder, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But now is not the time. Isaac, Stanton, will you tell me a little more about Caleb?
Mr. Caleb is definitely a family guy.
A family guy?
Yeah, he tells me about it all the time. For example, he took his daughter to a high-end restaurant the other day.
A high-end restaurant?
He told me about how he took her on a trip to a foreign country too.
Why do I have a bad feeling about this? That's right. I take care of my family well, and if I end up losing my job right now, my family will be sad. This is strange. What's so strange? There's no reason for me to lie about this. That's not what I'm talking about. Do you remember the video that I showed you earlier? Video from earlier? Is it the one about the horse racing tickets? Yes, that's right. Bingo. Horse racing tickets? You mentioned that you needed money. Why would you take others to a high-end restaurant and on a trip to a foreign country when you're in need of money? That was what I spent my money on, and that's why I ended up needing money.
Needing money? Didn't you say that your household was financially stable?
Hey, you don't have to mention that right now. Also, if I remember correctly, you don't have a daughter, do you? I just never told you.
Who was that young woman then?
Don't ask. Caleb, don't tell me. No way. No. That's not possible. I would never lay my fingers on the company's fun. Huh? I haven't said that just yet. Oh, no. My mouth just slipped. Anyway, I'm innocent. Mr. Snyder, I recommend you look into this too. Sure, look into this. You can't do that. Huh? Is there a reason why you don't want others to look into this? No, there isn't. In that case, we'll go ahead and take a look at it. No, you can't do that. I need you to mutually agree to this. Sure, as long as we don't discover anything.
Wait, did we just make the situation worse?
Yes, you did. Hey, please, don't leave me. You're not gonna find anything. So many strange receipts. Oh. You better explain this to us. I plan on returning the money right away at first, but once I started to know what it's like to be rich, I couldn't get myself out of that hole. But then, if this is all, you're going to face your consequences. But if I felt like I had to do what I had to do to save my face, but I'll make sure I pay it back. So please forgive me. This isn't about whether you plan on paying it back or not. You've committed a crime. Do you understand? A crime? At this point, we have no choice but to file a criminal lawsuit against you. Criminal lawsuits? Hey, wait. You can't do that to me. I can't possibly end up being a criminal. But you did this to yourself. You know what? Isaac, Stanton, I need you guys to help me out again.
Sir, we can't really help you after discovering that you've been stealing the company's funds to treat us to dinner. Thank you for treating us to dinner, but this isn't okay.
How dare you betray me like this? They had no idea what you were going with that money, right? You have no right to be upset with them. It was your fault for committing a crime, just to put on a front. So now, I don't need to tell you what's about to happen, do I? I'm so sorry! It's too late to apologize. It's like you're asking for no pickles after your burger's ready. It's already too late. No, I believe it's not too late yet. That's why I'm apologizing. I don't believe you're in a position to decide whether it's already too late or not. How do I get you to forgive me then? You'll discover that after you face your consequences. That's the equivalent to never forgiving me at all! Yep, that's right. Oh no! Due to numerous problems being discovered, Caleb ultimately resigned from his job before the company could terminate his employment. However, since we filed a police report against him, he ended up getting arrested for committing embezzlement. On a side note, we also discovered that the money he embezzled was being spent on a woman he was having an affair with. His wife ended up breaking up with him, and he had to pay her damages for the infidelity. On the other hand, our branch is back at peace again. And we have a new assistant manager named Alan, who never had a girlfriend in his entire 36 years of life. Aww, are you mad at me because I mentioned you never had a girlfriend? Come on, Alan, don't be so mad. Trouble Busters!